this was set as a board, is to ensure that our schools continue to provide the best possible learning environments. The most important environment for ASD is to be in the community, to be right here. I literally couldn't stress that enough. His ABA analyst said, oh my gosh, it is brilliant. I love that your teacher takes your son on walks. He is mostly nonverbal, with prompting, I always say. Especially my favorite is, done. But he is lacking development in his tongue. They took him to Rockies and he got an ice cream cone. That was amazing. His ABA tech was stoked that he's able to use his tongue and work those muscles, which you won't get in a lot of the other things in the classroom, but we can't walk to that if we're at Meadow Ridge, frankly. Meadow Ridge is a nice school, don't get me wrong, but we can't do that. They're able to walk to restaurants. A lot of these kids have eating problems with food. My guy may eat 15 things. They can experience new things. It's really a huge thing, it's really huge. They have problem with toe walking. The sidewalks here being frankly worse than in the neighborhood. It can help them with that and their steadiness, which is an OT. That's massive. There's so many factors of that. Other things in the community in our location is with my son being an ABA, which if you're not familiar is applied behavioral analysis, I believe. I always forget. They use acronyms all the time. My son doesn't know how to play. He doesn't. He has to learn how to play with his siblings, which breaks my 9-year-old son's heart. My son doesn't, like I say, it took forever to get him to even eat an ice cream cone, and I attribute part of that to his location in Parkside. He is starting to say sounds that he couldn't do because of the lack of tongue development. Thank you, Rockies. But one of his actual goals in ABA and OT is community participation. You won't get that in neighborhood on your walks at Meadow Ridge, but you'll get that here. Community participation, for those who are not understanding of it, because I actually asked for this from his analyst in ABA, is to be able to walk and not always have to hold hands. To be able to stop at the lights, the stop and go, which is safety for our community. To be able to understand that all of the cars in this area, you can't just run out in front of them, because you would. To be able to understand the traffic light that's red, it actually means stop. You won't get that in a neighborhood at Meadow Ridge. To be able to understand that, oh, there's a vehicle coming, well, it's kind of a sweet and quiet neighborhood over there, you won't get that there. So all of those are really important, and those are all goals in most kids in their ASD program. Whether they're in ABA or not, it's also an OT to stay alongside to follow direction. They've also gone to the bowling alley and worked on turn taking, waiting, interactive play with other students in a different setting, not to mention the gross motor skills with the ball. They've gone swimming at North. They can't cross the belt line and do all this stuff. Now, I'm not saying they walk to everything, they walk to a lot of things they do here. 80% of ASD kids that who elope, which means wander off, and are found deceased, it is a water-related incident. Let me say it again, 80%. 80%. And they are right here by North Rockford Middle School where they go swimming, which is amazing. So that's really cool to teach them the safety. I know that my OT person that my son sees through Western Michigan University, who is sadly sick tonight, couldn't come, she said if a school has such a gift to be able to work on the community participation, and they're right there, why in the world would they take them out of it? She said, my mind is blown. And I will say, she lives in Rockford. She is a community member and a taxpayer, and she wants to respectfully voice this because she sees the value in it. She's worked in schools, she's worked in homes, she's worked in centers. She's now running it. If you still go through, I'd be curious to see what support you have to put in play, because kids in the neurodiverse community do not handle change well. Even if it's only 24 students in ASD, it's every student, every space, every day.